Hello guys, now we have all the tools required to develop a beautiful and attractive project or application. Done. We have studied all the basic concepts of CPP as well as .NET. Then we have studied object-oriented programming, and now we have studied database also. Okay, so now onwards we are going to make some projects, but in each project there is a common module which you will require for every project. Okay, that is nothing but login and registration module. So in this particular video we are going to focus on how we can build a perfect and foolproof registration module like this. Okay, now see this. This is our login module of our WhatsApp project that we are going to see in the coming videos, but now let's focus on the login module only. Okay, so here this is a sign up page where, in which we have three options: sign in, sign up, or forget password. As we are new user, let's just sign up. Okay, so if I click on sign up, I will get to this. Here I can upload my DP and I have to enter my all the details. Okay, name, password, re-enter password, and all this. So let's just enter my details. So here you can see this eye icon over here. If I hover on this, the password will be visible. Okay, similarly for this, and let's just sign up. Okay, so it is saying please enter all details because we haven't uploaded the DP yet. Okay, so this is called as foolproof application. So let's just upload any picture. Okay, I have some pictures of some users. So okay, let's just upload this, Michael. Here you can see my DP is uploaded. Now let's sign up. Okay, so you can see the progress bar over here, which will tell my registration is completed successfully. After I clicked on OK, it will get back to the sign in page. So you can see there are two forms. This is the first form of sign in, and that was the second form of sign up. So this is going to be multi-form application. Okay, and now if you go to my account, here you can see I got a new mail, and yes, congratulations, you have been enrolled successfully to Engineering Tuts WhatsApp app. Isn't it exciting? This is called as foolproof. You have to enter all the details, and after entering all the details, you will get mail for successfully registering for the app. Now let's say, okay, so we have seen first form, that is registration form. Now let's check the forget password button. Okay, so I will click on the forget password, and it is saying that please enter the email address. That means I need to provide the email address on which he will send me the OTP. So I will enter the email address, and now click on the forget password. So again, progress bar will tell us the progress of our application. OTP has been sent to your email ID. Okay, and here I got the forget password form in which I have to enter the OTP and then I can update my password. So let's just go to my mail, and yes, I have got new mail. Okay, which is saying your 4-digit OTP is 6194. Okay, so let's just copy it here. So let's just first add random any digit, validate. So it is saying invalidate OTP. So let's write the correct OTP and press on validate. After pressing validate, you can now enter new password. So okay, let's just add the same password and update password. Okay, so password is updated. Now you can sign in with that particular password. Here you can see the icon over here, and after sign in for this particular module, it will open the WhatsApp page. But for our project, for time being, we just need to display the message box that you are successfully signed in. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed. If you can see, okay, I have pressed the sign in. Okay, after pressing sign in, your main application will be open. So this was the login or registration module for WhatsApp. So after login, our Engineering Tuts, that is our developed WhatsApp, is open. Okay, so you can see all the users over here and you can chat with that users. But for time being, we are not focusing on this. We are only focusing on login module. So after signing, your app should tell the user in message box that the password and email ID is correct and your login is successful. Done. So let's start designing this particular form. Okay, so now open your Visual Studio, create new project called as login module or registration module, whatever say, create first form. Now what you have to do? So this is nothing but one panel okay, which is color is set to green. You can choose whatever color you want. Here, this is one picture box where I have uploaded the WhatsApp image. You can upload whatever image you want. This is nothing but legal, and again this is nothing but a picture box. Then these two are the text boxes. I know these are not general text boxes. I have done something additional for that, but right now just draw two text boxes. Then this is nothing but a picture box. These two are button. This is label. This is progress bar. You can get this progress bar UI element in toolbox. This is label, and this is nothing but picture box. Okay, so pause the video over here and try to develop this UI. Okay. So after this, you will get this type of UI. Okay, this is nothing but panel. For this particular project, I have choose the color theme as blue, which is our engineering tools theme. So you can choose whatever color you want. Then picture and all these things. Done. I have not uploaded any picture for eye and clothes. We will see where we can get these pictures. Okay, and for this button, see here, the flat style is flat. Okay, and in flat appearance, you can see in flat appearance, I have set the border color to my theme color, that is blue. Okay, so you will get this particular border on those buttons. So pause the video over here and try to develop this much of form. After that, let's compare our desired form and this form, and let's do some changes. Okay, so you can see in this form, we don't have any the default these three buttons, close, maximum and minimize. So we have to remove this. So how we can do this? This is very simple. Okay, so select your form and go to form border style property. So if you go to where it is, yes, form border style, and from here select none. Okay, after selecting none, your form will look like this. Done. So this was the one additional thing that I have done in this particular project. Next things are where we can get this close and this particular eye image. Okay, so for that, just go to Google and search for icons8. Here you will get icons8.com link, and from this particular link, just download this software, Pichon. Okay, they have a very vast collection of various images or logos which we can use in our application. Done. So download that particular application and open it. So I have it over here. Yes. Okay, in Pichon. Now I want an eye image, so I have searched for eye, and now here you can get multiple images. Also from here, yes, from here you can specify your theme color, and all the images will be rendered according to your color. So my theme color is 7, 41 and 99. You can use these values also. So I have choose this particular image. Now just right click it and save as. And in your browser, in your particular that folder of your project, I have created the images folder, and I have downloaded this close and eye image in that particular folder. Okay, so I will not download, and for this close image, just search close, and here you can get various images. You can select anyone, and for that I have just render it in white color. So I have downloaded this image. Okay, so done. So you can now the close one, and this is the eye one. I have already imported it. You need to import it. Done. Okay, now the next thing was how to get these type of text boxes. Right here you can see we don't have any border, and we have a slight line below the text box. Okay, so see, I have not created an email text box here. Okay, you have to do with me. Okay, so just adjust it width, then adjust this form. Okay, I have used that, yes, Sego UI, then semi bold, and let's say 60. Okay, so you will get this, and the text is email. Okay, so this is nothing but called as placeholder. Okay, so if you can see over here, so email is just a placeholder which is telling user that in this text box you have to enter email, and as soon as click on this text box, this particular placeholder will be removed. Okay, so that's why, since we are telling user that this is placeholder, we have set this particular color as a dim gray, not black. Okay, so the fore color, where is fore color? Yes, so fore color will be, just select any grayish color. Okay, and Okay, I have used Times Roman over here, not C. Okay, not font, just regular. Done. Now see, this is our desired text box and this is our current text box. You can see there is a no border over here, but we have border in our email text box, so we need to remove that border. So just go to border style property, where it is, yes, default value is fixed 3D, just set it to none. So yes, now it is looking like the similar text box as password, but there is a small thing, this particular line. Okay, so we don't have any default UI element as horizontal line or any line. Okay, this is just a, you can say, jugaad. Okay, so we have panel, right? So just drag the panel. Okay, and yes, just set the panel width as the text box. Okay, and set its forecolor to dim gray. Oh, sorry, not forecolor, back color. Okay, and now just shrink its height to very small value, and I think I have used 2. Yes, so it will look like a line, and just set it just below the text box. So now your text box will look like this. Done. So this is nothing but jugaad, and you can apply your own creativity. Okay, just don't say that, oh no, panel is not for drawing the line and all these things. Okay, you can use this type of UI elements wherever and in whatever way you can. Okay, so you can apply your creativity to do such beautiful things. Now the next thing is, okay, so whenever I click on this email, this particular placeholder should be removed, and if I press any value, and now if I click on password, the value should retain. And if in case, okay, so this is the email. Now see carefully, if I entered any value over here, that value should retain. But if I have not entered any value in email, and if I click on password, then this placeholder should remain. So we have to do this. Again, there is no default mechanism for it. We have to apply our own creativity, right? So we know there are certain events associated with text boxes. So we can use enter and leave event. Okay, so you might be thinking that how this guy knows that what event we should use. Okay, so I don't know really. Okay, I haven't mug up all the events and what are they. I have searched on Google. Okay, and Google tells us these particular things. So you have to use Google for these small things. Okay, if you search the Google that how to build login application or registration module, Google is not going to give the answer for that. Google is only give you answer if your question is appropriate and it has a small answer. Okay, so you can search on Google that what event should use to do this type of thing. Okay, so that answer Google can tell. So I want to use enter, so I will just double click on it. So this is text box 1, enter. Okay, I forgot to name it. So this is email TV. Okay, so I don't want that text box enter name. So what I will do, I will just delete it and again I will click on it. So the name of function will be email TV enter. Now let's focus. What I want, whenever I'm entering in email TB, and if email TB has value email. Okay, so this is the case right now. So I have entered in email and email had value email. So I will clear it the value. So email, that particular placeholder will be removed and I can write whatever I want. But you can see the color for that placeholder was dim gray and color for whatever I am writing, that is mail, is black. So we need to do two things, actually 3 things. First, we need to check if email.text is email or not. If it is so, clear the text whatever it has and change its color to black. Done. So let's write the code for it. So if, okay, email tb dot text equal to email, then remove it, that is email tb dot clear, and set its color to black. Now don't tell me that I don't know how to set its color to back from the backend. Now I will search on Google, then Google give me 3-4 various codes, what code to write. Okay, so I have told you already how to do this. We have a designer file where the Visual Studio itself writes the value or writes the code for it. So we have chosen the text color as dim gray. So in designer file of Form1 CS, there must be code which will render that particular color as dim gray. We just select, we just need to copy that code and change its color to black. Okay, so if you go to designer file, here you will get all the code required. So we have to go to emailtb.txt. So search for emailtb. Where is our emailtb? Yes, here you can see emailtb.txt. We have set its value, color value default to dim gray. So now let's just search the code. Where is that particular? Yes, here you can see this .emailtb.forecolor equal to system.drawing.color.gray. Now we have to use same code, just replace gray with black. So here, done. You can use this or you can't use this, that we have already seen. So I will just remove it. What we'll do, this particular line, if emailtb.txt equal to email, that is no value is written by user in that particular text box. So it will just remove that particular placeholder and change its color to, oh sorry, we need to change this to black. Done. And if the emailtb.txt is not equal to email, so that means user has entered some email. In that case, we don't want to do anything. Okay, that we have seen there. Now, okay, so we have did this. Now we have to write the code for leaving of email. Okay, so see, if I have entered some value and if I leave the email text box, nothing should happen. But okay, if I haven't entered any value, that means emailtb doesn't contain anything, it just contains null. And now if I leave, then this particular emailtb should write it text as email and set its color to again dim gray. Okay, so in the leave event, where is that? Okay, where is design? Yes, so select email and here you can see leave property. Okay, in leave email, if emailtb.txt equal to null, that means user had entered into email, but while leaving it doesn't provide any value, so the value of text is null. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to replace it with the placeholder, that is nothing but email, and set its color to gray. Done. Now let's run the program and check if it is working or not. Okay, so I have done it for password also, you can do it. Okay, I have shown you the code for email. Now it's your duty to apply same logic for password TB also. So if I click on this, yes, the placeholder is removed, and now if I write value, it is in black. Now if I just remove all the values and if I click on the password, that is mean the leave event has occurred and now my placeholder is there. And if I have any value and now if I leave the text box, nothing is happened. Okay, so this was the code and this was the design that I have used for this particular text box. Same thing is applicable over here, just you need to take care of that system password property very carefully. Okay, so basically in password, by default you have to set system password character as false because you have to show user that this is password. Okay, so if you set that system password character default value as true, this password will be replaced by ... We don't want that. And as soon as I entered it, you should replace that system password character to characteristics to true, so that when user type password, it will be ... And while leaving, if user hasn't typed any password, then again the password should come. Okay, now this is your task, you have to do it. And same code, see, whenever I have password and I am hovering on it, okay, so you have to write a code for this particular picture box hover event. So if I hover on it, you just need to set this particular password property to false and when I am leaving it, you just need to set that password property again to true. Okay guys, but we have a small problem here. See, we haven't written any code for this close image. Okay, so if I click on this, nothing will happen. We have to write the code to close the application and this form also. Okay, so for now you have to close this form through your task manager only. So just go to your task manager, and here you can see your application is running over here. So just select it and press end task. Okay, so now our task is to write the code for this particular picture box. So before that, I have set the cursor property of this picture box to hand. Okay, now just click on it. So we will be in close PB, that is the name of that picture box that I have given. Click. Now this is the code to end the application. Application.exit. Okay, so now see this carefully. If you write this dot close, okay, this dot close. Okay, so this is the code to just close your one form, and this is the code to exit your entire application. So now we are creating application in which there are multiple forms. So if you want to close just a form, not the entire application, you can write this dot close. Here C is capital. Okay, and if you want to close or quit entire application, then you should write application.exit. In our case, we want to close the entire application, so we will write the code application.exit. Now after clicking on the close button, your application will end. Done. So I think we have done all the things. Yes, these two buttons are remaining. Okay, so let me just execute that WhatsApp code. Give me just 1 minute. So here it is, WhatsApp, in bean, in release. Yes. So see here, we have two buttons with for background color set to white and border set to green. That is nothing but theme color. In our app, our theme color is blue. And now see carefully, if I hover on the sign in button, its back color is changing to theme color. Okay, that means we are giving user an intuition that you are going to sign in or you are going to click on sign in. Similarly, if I leave it, then it will be to default value. Similarly, on sign up, if I hover on it if I enter in that particular sign up button, the back color is changing. Similarly, if I leave the sign button, the back color is changing. So we have to do this. So again, we can use two properties, enter and leave, or you can use mouse hover and leave. Both will do the same. So we are going to select enter and leave. Similarly, for sign up button, we are going to enter and leave. Okay, I have already written the code. I will show you just the code what I have written. The code will be pretty much similar. So on mouse hover, okay, so on mouse hover, I am changing its back color to our theme color. Then the fore color is set to white and the flat appearance dot border size. That means the border, I am removing the border. Similarly, when we will leave the particular button, so I am calling the mouse leave button. You can use the default leave also, it will do the same. So after leaving, I am changing its back color to again the white or 253. You can use 255 also. Then I am changing its border color to our theme color, and then the fore color of the text will be black and the border size will be 2, so that we can see that blue border. Done. So I have done same thing for sign in button also. So pause the video and write this code for sign in and sign up button, and after that let's run the application. And now your application should have these two features. Now if I hover on it, its back color is changing, then the text fore color is changing. Also I am removing the border. If I leave it, its back color is changing, text fore color is changing, and also there is a border. Similarly for sign up button. Done. So this was the code, and this is nothing but label with cursor property set to hand, and yes, done. But again, let's just rerun it, and there is a very small and minute problem over there. Okay, so if I run it, okay, so generally we use tab to switch between buttons and text boxes, right? We use tabs to go to next text box. So now my first, that is the first text box which is active, is set to password text box. I don't want it. I want the email text box is active, and after clicking tab it should go to password text box, then sign in button, and then sign up button, but it is not happening. Okay, so to just set this, we have to use tab index property of all the buttons. Okay, so see, if you go to the text box, go to properties and go to there with yes, this is the tab index. So you should write 1 for email, then for password it should be 2, then for sign in button it should be 3, for sign up button it should be 4. Okay, and now if I run it, yes, my email text box is active. If I press tab, the next thing is password. If I press tab, then the sign in button and then sign up button. Done. So you have to do it. And okay, so we have completed the first form. So pause the video, do all the code by your own, and now we will switch to the second form, that is nothing but registration form. So see, to add the new form, just go to Solution Explorer, then in your project right click on it, then go to add new item. Same procedure we have used for user control. So here you can see there is a form, Windows form. So just name it registration and just press add. I have done this already, so I will just show you the registration form design. So this is the form. We have 1, 2, 3, then 4 text boxes. Same for all the text boxes we have applied the same thing, enter and leave event. Then we have 2 images. This is responsible for this particular text box and this is responsible for this particular text box, and then we have a sign up button and 1 progress bar. I know the progress bar functioning is remaining, we will see it later. Okay, and this is nothing but a close button. Now pause the video, do this, and now we will see how we can add that DP over here. Done. So let's just go to here. Okay, so here you can see these are just the text boxes we have, and we have 1 picture box here, but you can see this picture box is something different. Okay, so if I, let's say, update any DP over there, let's add gym over there, you can see this is circular text box, picture box. Okay, our default picture box shape is rectangle, but this is nothing but a circular picture box. Now you might be thinking that I have used some external library or some external module over here, but no. Okay, I have just used my knowledge or my creativity over there. Okay, so if you have studied the OOP concept, you can relate it, but if you haven't, don't worry, I will tell you what is happening. So what I have done, I have created my own component that is nothing but circular picture box. Okay, so what I did is, okay, just add new class over there, and let's say circular PB. Okay, so if you have studied the inheritance property and overriding in object-oriented programming, then you will get this. If you haven't studied, don't worry, we are going to see it all the properties in the object-oriented section. Just focus over here and just write the code as I am writing. Okay, so just write colon and then picture box. Okay, since picture box is in the header file system.windows.form, you have to add that particular header file. What we are doing here, we are inheriting our class through picture box. So picture box is a class which is defined by Microsoft, which has all the properties and methods which we can see through front end. Now we are creating our own class and we are inheriting from picture box. So now my class circular PB will have all the properties and all the events that picture box has. Okay, so there is a special property in picture box called as onPaint. Okay, so that method is called whenever picture box is painted in your front end design. So what we have to do, we have to change the code for onPaint picture box. So default code for onPaint picture box is to paint that picture box in a rectangular shape. We have to change that code and we have to tell the .NET framework that don't paint my picture box in rectangular shape. I want to paint my picture box in circular shape. So what we are doing, we are changing the default code of picture box. So we are overriding the default method on paint, and we are overriding it and writing our own code for that default method. So we are using overriding functionality over here, and the syntax is override on paint. So here is the method. Okay, so that method on paint is protected in picture box, so we can use that method over here. If it was private in picture box, then we can't override that method, but since that on paint is protected and we are inheriting from picture box, we can use that method and we can override it. Okay, so here we have to write the code to paint the picture box in circular. Now don't worry, I am not expecting you that you should know the code. I also don't know the code. I have copied it from internet. Again, these are the things that you should ask on internet. Okay, so this is the code to create a circular picture box. Okay, so we are using a graphics path G, so that means we are using the graphics library, and for that we need to include a header file over here. Yes, using drawing.2d. Okay, now it has a default method add eclipse, and we are providing dimensions of that particular eclipse to be rendered. And what we are doing, this dot region, this represents our circular PB. So circular PB region will be replaced by this particular eclipse that we are creating, and now we are painting our picture box. Okay, so that picture box region will not be rectangular, it will be eclipse. Okay, so just save it and just rebuild your application. Done. And we have to add it in register. Yes, so just go to register, and in toolbox here you can see we have circular PB over here. So just drag and drop it. Here you can see a picture box. Okay, don't worry if it is looking like rectangular. When on paint method will be called, it will be rendered as eclipse. Done. So it's treat it as just a normal picture box. Okay, and let's say okay, just let's say print our logo over here. So yes, you can see this is a circular picture box, right? So let's add some DP, then okay, you will get. So I think I have in pictures. Yes, pictures DPs, and okay, now let's just add white over there. Here you can see our picture or our DP is rendering as eclipse that we have generated. To get the perfect circle, just make its size as a square. So width 100, height 100, then you will get a perfect circle over here. Got it? Done. So okay, go to our so we need to create this. So we got our circular PB, and you can see it has some black color, so you can add forecolor or background color as black, and you can see there is another picture box on top of it which has a camera icon, and if I click on that particular picture box, I am getting a file browser over here, and from that file browser, if I select any picture and click on open, that particular picture is representing or it is rendering in our circular PB. Done. So now we have to add another circular PB and set its image to camera. So yes, so let's add another circular PB. Let's just make it very small. So go to its size. Okay, we can use 4040. Then we will need a picture of camera, so we can have it from Pichon. So just search for camera, and my theme color is 74199. Okay, so I need a camera in my theme color, that is 741 and 99. Yes, we can have this particular icon. So just save it to my images, and now just choose that image. So where it is? Okay, I need to import that. It is in my project folder. Okay, so I will go to my project folder.
item component login modules, in which I have images folder where I have stored that particular image.
Done. And for this I will need a black image over there, or okay, and I will set its back color to black. Done. So user will know that I have to upload in this particular section. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to assign a code for click event of this particular picture box. So let's just double click it. Yes, I have named it as select dp, and then since it is a picture box, pb, select dp pb underscore click. Okay. So now here we have to write the code to open the file dialog, and then we will choose the image from that file dialog. Done. So again, I didn't expect that you should know how to write the code. I have also copy pasted the code from internet. Okay, so open file dialog is a special class provided by .NET Framework. We are creating an object of that open file dialog called as open. It has a special property called as filter, so that you can filter all your files. Since we are expecting that user should select the image, we are filtering all the files of all the formats of an image. Okay, so JPG, JPEG, GIF, BMP, and all those. Then open.show dialog. What it will do, it will open your file browser as a dialog. That dialog means your form will remain as it is. On top of that, the file browser will open. Okay, and okay, so see here. I think okay, DP. Okay. After this, user will select whichever the image he wants, and he will click on OK. So what we are doing, we are opening the file, we are opening the file browser, and we are saying that if the value that is returning by this particular dialog is OK, that means user has clicked on OK button. After clicking OK, we need to update our image of our DPPB picture box. Okay, so I will show you how it will look like. Okay, so after clicking it, this is nothing but the dialog box. Then user will select the image, whatever he wants, and then he will click on open button. That is it. The open button will return value OK. So if it is OK, then what we are going to do? Okay, so we can get the file path of this particular picture. Okay, so from that path we are creating an image, and that image we will assign to our picture box. Okay, so see here. If it is OK, create a new bitmap. Bitmap is nothing but one format of picture. Okay, so create a new picture with open, that means our object dot file name, that means the selected file. Create a new picture with the selected file and assign that picture to our picture box. Done. So if I run it now, this is our login page, and if I click on sign up button, nothing is happening. We are not going to registration form because we haven't write the code for it. We have to write the code, that is if user click on sign up button, open the registration form. So let's write that. So form 1 and sign up. Here what I need to do, now we have another form. Again, form is nothing but a class. So after clicking on sign up button, we need to create an object of that class. So what is our class? Registration. So registration, let's say our form equal to new registration. Done. Then what we have to do, we have to close our current form. So this represents current form, that is login form dot hide, and after hiding it, we need to show the registration form. So our form dot show. Simple. And now if you run your code, it will be blunder. Why? Let's analyze our code without running it. Okay, so in form 1, when I click on the sign up button, okay, this code is executing. What we are doing, we are creating one object of registration. Done. Then this dot hide means we have hide our login form and our form dot show. That means we are showing now our registration form. Done. So registration form will be displayed in registration form. Okay, now user will do all the things, and if user click on the close button, let's see what code we have written. Okay, so for close button we have written the code this dot close, I have told you already, there is a big difference between application.exit and this.close. This.close will only close your form, but your application will still in the executing mode. That is, your application will still running. Okay. And now, since login and registration, both the forms are closed, there is no way to close the application. Okay. And you will not able to run your application again until you restart your laptop. Okay. So now what we have to do? Either we can write application.exit for this particular button, or after closing the registration box, after closing the registration form, we can get back to our login form. Okay. So there are two methods by which we can do it. So in the registration forms close button code, you can write this.close, that means close the registration form, and same as that of we have opened the registration form, we can open login form. So I will write login, let's say L form equal to new login and L form dot show. But I analyze this code. Okay, so we have one login form. I close that login form and I open registration form. When I am closing the registration form, I am expecting that the login form which I have closed should open. Done. But what we are doing, when we are closing registration form, we are creating a new login form and opening that login form. We don't want that. Correct? Because we want the first login form which we have closed, we should open that only. So instead of this, in the login forms sign up buttons code, when we are opening the registration form, okay, we can add a small line over here. This is the line. What we are doing in our form, that means registration form, whenever that form is closing, this form closing method will be invoked or executed. And what we are doing, we are assigning a small code to this form closing method. What is that code? This.show. Now we are in form 1, that is login form. This represents the login form. This.show means whenever registration form is closing, the login form will show up. Okay. And now if we run the code, okay, we got our login form. On sign up button click, we got our registration form. Here, if I click on camera and if I select a DP, then yes, I got the DP in my own created circular picture box, which I inherited from Microsoft Visual Studio's picture box. Done. And now if I close, if I click on the close button, this dot close will happen. And since the form is closing, the form closing method will call and login form will display. Done. And if I click on the login forms close button, application.exit will execute it and our application will successfully completed its execution. Done. So this was two forms, login and registration. Now the third form is remaining, that is nothing but the forget password form. So it's your task. I will show you what exactly you have to do through our WhatsApp login module. Okay, so I will just run that. Yes. Okay, so just focus on front end. You don't need to send any OTP or likewise code. Okay, so if I click on forget password button, okay, so you just need to show a message box that okay, here I need to provide my email. Okay, so check that while pressing on forget password, if email has some valid value, then only open that particular form. You can do it, right? This is nothing but just a simple if else. So okay, so yes, show the message that OTP has sent to your email ID. You no need to send any OTP or link. And this is the form. Here you can see there are 3 text boxes and 2 buttons. One button is hide. Okay, so enter your OTP and let me check on my email what was the OTP. Okay, so I can access through a phone also. Yes, I got the OTP 8728. Okay, so 8728. Done. So right now for creating front end, you can enter any value. Okay, and if I click on the validate, you should display password, new password and update password button. Done. So this is the thing that you have to do, and after closing this particular form, you should go get back to the login form as well. Okay, so this is the homework for you to create the validate password or the forget password front end. Done. So we have completed all three forms: login, registration and validate password. In the next video we will see the backend code of this particular registration module, and we will use the database also in the backend code to store and retrieve the data. Done. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you.